What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation, but please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, y'all. So let's get into this whole situation. Let's talk about Miss Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker and the shooting that went down February 14th of 2020 that left a 14-year-old girl injured, and she is still suffering from her wounds, and also her mother as well. There has been additional information added to what is previously going on with this lawsuit and the shooting that took place February 14th of 2020. Kandi Burruss and her husband Todd Tucker are facing legal troubles after the restaurant was sued over a shooting that went down. Court documents says Kia Humphreys is suing on the behalf of herself and her daughter, Tammy Johnson. They're suing Kandi Burruss Restaurant, the owners of the shopping center where the spot is located. They are also suing the security team hired by the center. February 14, 2020, Kia says she entered Old Lady Gang with her 14-year-old daughter, and she was also with other small minor children and family members. The suit added, Kia said Johnson was near the front of the restaurant and the waiting area, waiting for, to be seated. Prior to entering the restaurant, one of the family members alleged that they heard a loud altercation going on in the parking lot. And that was a situation where the family was kind of like, okay, what's happening? What's going on outside? But they had no idea that it was going to develop the way it did develop, with the argument or the altercation going on outside. So in any event, as the argument was going on outside, Kia was waiting and her daughter was waiting by the area in front of the restaurant of the Old Lady Gang. They were waiting to be seated. And then a man wearing a red tracksuit entered the Old Lady Gang and was near the front door of the restaurant. So the red tracksuit guy, shortly after entering the restaurant, seconds later, he started to open fire inside the restaurant, having no regards for anybody in his presence, including Kia and Tammy and the other small children that was in the restaurant. So, he was on 1,000 and he didn't care about anything, child. So, in any event, the restaurant was full of bullets. There was just bullets flying everywhere. The lawsuit states the man wearing the red tracksuit began to shoot, and Kia was shot in the right cuff. Her daughter was shot, and also she said her daughter got a gunshot wound that requires medical treatment, including multiple surgeries and therapy and counseling. Kia Humphrey also has experienced severe physical and emotional pain and suffering as a result of the gunshot wound she sustained as well. So mother and daughter shot at the same time, child. Ooh, Lord have mercy, baby. The suit reads, Kia will continue to experience severe physical, psychological, and emotional pain. The incident happened at Kandi's second Old Lady Gang, which opened in 2018. In the suit, the family says the property owners should have been aware of the additional security that should have been needed and added, because given the criminal stats, crimes that actually happen in this plaza, because they're saying that crime stats are numbers of 911 calls are very high too as well. They also state in a lawsuit that very year and before the shooting took place of 2020 on February 14, that there was numerous crime involved, firearm robberies and assaults at this particular location. Humphrey says her family had no knowledge of the frequent, recurring, violent crimes at this particular shopping center. And they also accused Kandi Burruss of being negligent, not providing proper security, because they claim there should have been more of security, and they have records, and they did not have the proper security and the proper management to actually run a business or an establishment at that particular location because of the crime, child. And but they are seeking unspecified damages. And also, as you guys know, Kandi Burruss' cousin was recently shot at one of Kandi and Todd Tucker's restaurant, Blaze Steak and Seafood. So in any event, their cousin was shot by a co-worker, which was sad. He was shot in the shoulder. I wonder, was it a family member that shot him? Really haven't heard any, information on that. But you guys check this out.
Breaking tonight, customers just can't believe what just happened around them at dinner. A gunman walked right in and shot 3 people inside a popular Metro Atlanta restaurant owned by singer-songwriter and Real Housewives of Atlanta cast member Kandi Burruss. Channel 2 anchor Justin Wilfon live now in East Point tonight, outside Old Lady Gang 2. And Justin, you've been talking to some of those customers who tonight were just out celebrating Valentine's Day.
Yeah, George, I talked with one customer who showed up to eat here tonight, and she could not believe that this would happen here at this restaurant made so famous by the Real Housewives of Atlanta TV show. Take a look behind me here. The restaurant is now closed. It's been closed for several hours. We have seen a few workers still in there, but police have now completed their work here at the scene. Earlier, when we first arrived, the restaurant was packed with East Point police officers, all trying to figure out what happened here around 8 o'clock tonight. And now we've learned that 3 people were shot. Police tell us a man walked into the business and shot another man. It sounds like that's the man he was looking for, because police are telling us now the other 2 people shot here were innocent bystanders. Police do tell us all 3 victims should recover. The suspect got away. We talked with a woman who told us her brother is a cook here.
While they was back there cooking and stuff, they just heard gunshots, and all of a sudden they see the customers run to the back where they was.
And back here now live, the victims have not yet been identified.
To add to this whole particular situation, the shooter is still on the loose while the mother and the daughter are still suffering and going through all types of therapy and counseling and things of that nature. But if you're going to hire a security team, you're going to need a security team that's going to be making more than $40 an hour. And they're also going to have to be trained, and also they're going to have to carry weapons as well, because you can't go into that environment and not, be paid well or have, weapons or firearms. So therefore that, if you do get involved in a situation, you will have the rightful protection to protect yourself. Okay, they gonna need Daryl Long and this whole situation, for real, for real.